Okay, so welcome all of you to the Avyakt Reading Club of English, and we revised the Murli today of, I'll be sharing it in a minute, 2nd Jan 79, and a very deep Murli. Before showing it to you, I would just want you to draw your attention to these words in Hindi. There are these 5 words. The completion of ourself, that is sampannata and sampurnata. Everything, all these 5 Hindi words, they start with sam. So I think I've covered that before also a few times. Sampannata, sampurnata, sampurna, sam comes in that. Then is bap saman. So when I'm bap saman, I'm sampan and sampurna. That's the third saman. And fourth and fifth, very important, is Samipta and Samapti. Again, they are also similar. Sam, and then Samay is time and Samipta is closeness. So Baba is saying that I becoming Bab Saman, similar to Baba, in completion, that is completeness, being perfect and complete, that can happen. Or I am the person, or all the souls who are becoming complete, they are the ones who get the time close. The completion of the cycle and the onset of the new age. So it is our stage which is getting the time close. So let me just share the screen, and you can see that that's the title, 2nd Jan 79, the closeness of your completion is the closeness of the time for world transformation. So समय की समीपता, बाप समान बनना, संपन्न संपूर्ण बनना. So these 5 some beautiful language Hindi. So today Bap Dada was seeing the alokik confluence age life of every child from the horoscope of their moment of birth until now. So this is what is called the alokik horoscope. Each one of us has a unique horoscope, and we can never compare. We can never say, oh, I came late. No, everyone's time is perfect, accurate. So from the moment of taking birth, each child has made many promises to Bap Dada and the self. And Bap Dada was seeing what promises you made and to what extent have you fulfilled them. Sometimes there's a difference in making a promise and in fulfilling that promise. Bap Dada was seeing how much difference there is, or whether they are both equal. Saman hai, right? The difference. Every year, all of you children make a promise to Bap Dada according to your capacity. Didn't we make it yesterday? Yesterday's Murli was the Sunday Avyak Murli. It was revised of 31st December 98. And suddenly you would be feeling, oh, how New Year Murli has come. Raju Bhai has put it. It's nothing like that. Each and every Murli is so unique. And I think yesterday Baba was reminding us that victory is your birthright. Swaraj adhikar hai hamara, vijay hona. And that's what Baba was going round and round on Nasha Nishchay, that is on intoxication and faith, in yesterday's Murli. And Baba said, every year you make a lot of promises with me according to your capacity, number wise. And so what result did Baba see for that? At the time of making the promise, you promise with a lot of zeal, enthusiasm and courage. And exactly, I think it reminds me of yesterday's Murli. Baba said this, Sabko umang utsaah mein lao and himmat badhao. That's what is mentioned here as well. Zeal, enthusiasm and courage. For a short time afterwards, whilst putting your promise into practice, you remain an embodiment of success. There you are. He said Safalta Swarup. And also he mentioned about having Shubh Bhavna, Shubh Kamna. So see, I really am amazed when we read the Murlis, it's all so linked together. We just read it yesterday, though it was a different year, but let's not go into the year. It is so apt what Baba said yesterday. It's like sort of an episode which is connected to each other. So he said that you will, for a whilst, I mean, for a short while, you remain an embodiment of success and have good wishes and benevolent feelings. Good wishes, Shubh Bhavna, benevolent feelings is Shubh Kamna, whilst facing all the problems that come. However, after a while, instead of paying full attention, you just pay attention. So that every now and then, that attention changes into tension. We must say that the A Atma, we forget that thing and then the attention becomes tension. And if you remember, yesterday's blessing was also about tension, the ones, the souls who are in suffering and pain and lot of tension. May you give them zeal and enthusiasm. So, the powerful thought that victory is your birthright, there you are, yesterday Baba said that, changes its form so that instead of experiencing your birthright, you sometimes let words such as give me my rights, give me power emerge in front of Bab Dada. Baba says the words I have change into give me. So we become a beggar from a prince or from a king, right? Give me this, give me that. Are it's my birthright. What to give you? You have to take it. So instead of being a bestower, a master bestower, and a bestower of fortune, Bhagya Vidhata, Master Bhagya Vidhata, you become one who just takes. Similarly, the stage of effort is sometimes of intense effort, sometimes just effort, and sometimes fluctuation between upheaval and unshakable. So, if we are Achal, Adol, Ekras, which we are supposed to be, in that we fluctuate, halchal aa jati hai. I remember a few days ago also in the Vardhan in Hindi, the blessing, it was mentioned that koi bhi paristhiti ka hal nikalna hai, which means if you need to have a solution, and that hal word is very similar to halchal. And Brijmohan Bhai Sahab, I remember, says that very often, that hal chalana in the field when a farmer is working, he plows the land, that is hal chalana. Plowing is hal chalana. So, till what time will we keep having this plowing inside our mind, that our thoughts just keep coming? We uproot them and then they again come, we uproot, and that is all waste, the negative and waste which we have. And that's the reason of fluctuation. So, sometimes fluctuation between upheaval and unshakable, between Achal and Adol. So you continue to move along in this way and then come to a halt. So suddenly something happens in life, and from we don't know from where suddenly Maya come. We must say Maya here. Obviously we say that, but obviously it's our weakness. Suddenly our effort, it was maybe very intense effort, and suddenly something happens. I get a little bit angry at someone, I say something, and my entire effort comes down to zero or maybe negative, and then it comes to a halt. So, what has been seen in the result up to now is that when you come to a side scene, you walk away from the path of your destination. And that's beautiful when Baba says that have you forget your aim and object and you start looking at the side, the scenes of the side, not in the front of your aim and object. And even now, you're still playing games. For how long will this part continue? Of Baba says, Charna Utarna, up the ladder, climbing the ladder and falling down. It's like the game of the snakes and the ladder. All of us know those games. So Bab Dada now wants you all to play a game, but wishes to see you play a new game. So now in the new year, play such a new game that every scene fulfills your aim of victory. The very thought that I am victorious and I will remain victorious should be actually visible in your every act. In your image of the previous Kalpa, everyone in the Shakti army is waving a flag of victory, Vijay ka Jhanda. Even today, you elevated souls are still remembered and worshipped as the victorious jewels, Vijay Ratan. All these hi-fi words Baba says, we have to check to what extent am I that. You have had a lot of time to make effort, and this is Baba saying in 79, when all of us were just born, maybe, or not even born, quite a few of you here. And each of you has been making effort number wise according to your own capacity. So, what do you have to do now? You now have to become the practical form of effort. And what's that practical form? Safalta Swarup, an embodiment of success, also Vijay Swarup. There's a subtle difference between success and victory. We'll go there sometime later. And be so successful in every task you carry out that you instantly enable all the souls to claim a right to their reward. That this success is not only for us, but it's success which enables other souls to become successful. Such a deep thing. No one in the world, in the Lokik Bhakti world, will tell you that. The entire Bhakti, the path of devotion, is filled of doing things for self, for the self, all the time. But here Baba says that you become so successful in every task, and that enables other souls to become successful as well. And according to Baba, the definition of success is that when all the souls are able to claim their right of the reward or to their reward, which means right to the kingdom, which is the Vishwarajya, and world throne of Satyug, and first right is Swarajya. So you now have to change your language. The clock of the world transformation is moving really fast. And the closeness of your completion is the closeness of the time for world transformation. So therefore now, settle your accounts of waste and let the past be past. And Baba always says, yesterday also he said that, Biti ko बीती करो, बीती को याद नहीं करो, बीती को बिंदी लगाओ. And now constantly accumulate in your savings account through your every thought. He said that yesterday, bachat ka khata and jama ka khata. My God, it's like very much related to the 31st December 98 Murli. And he specifically mentioned about the treasures of the thought. And here also he's mentioning thought samay, that is time. Sankalp is thoughts. Shakti he mentioned was power. Shwas, every breath. So all these three, 4 to 5 main treasures which we have to really be careful and accumulate in our savings account. Now from this moment on, experience yourself for all time to have the crown, the tilak, and the throne. So crown is the Taj, the Tilak, and the Takht. Sometime we'll go in detail. Baba has mentioned a few murlis on what are these different types of crowns we wear, different types of tilaks, and the different types of throne we are seated on. To rub off your tilak means to lower your consciousness, which means the tilak of soul consciousness and even the tilak of victory. So now put an end to these things even in your dreams and celebrate such a completion ceremony now. Be a true world server through your thoughts, words, and deeds. And whilst you constantly remain engaged in this world service within the gathering, that is Sangathan, you will be automatically able to experience your stage of ascent. So sometimes we complain to Baba, I am not feeling this Charti Kala, the stage of ascent. That's because I am not constantly engaged. That's the reason Baba's saying. At one point of time, I am very high in my effort. Then at the next moment, my eye pulls me down. So I am still shakeable and movable. That unshakable, immovable stage is not there. And that's because I'm not constantly engaged in world service. And being constantly engaged means all the three at the same time. Mansa, Vacha, Karmana, thoughts, words, and deeds. You will then constantly attain the fruit of your charity and experience yourself to be a charitable soul. In Hindi, actually, it's called Punya Atma. There's no exact translation of Hindi, but charity actually means dan, Dani Atma. But actually, in Avyakt Murli's original Hindi word is Punya, Punya Atma. There's a difference between Dan and Punya. We have covered that before as well a few times. So now Baba says, according to the closeness of time, the fruit of every elevated act is constant contentment. Sada Santushta. You will attain this not just at the present time, but also in the future. You will now experience the machinery of attainment to be moving at a very fast speed. You'll experience what it means to have 100,000-fold return of both wasteful and powerful acts. Baba always says, I think this was the Murli where Baba said on 16th of Feb, Baba Milan Murli, 3 days ago, that time is really ticking very fast. And the confluence age, even 1 second of the confluence age is equivalent to maybe one full birth of Satyug. It's like the corollary or the matching, the correlation here is like too much. Whatever you do, a minute, you achieve it 100,000 fold. Padam Guna. So both in powerful and wasteful, both are in the same account. So this short time still remains for you to accumulate 100,000 fold. To accumulate this now means to create a reward for yourself for birth after birth. So what do you specially have to do for this? Simply remember two things. So to be very precise, 2 bullet points for today is firstly, create every thought and perform every act whilst considering yourself to be a special soul, Vishesh Atma. And if you read today's Sakar Murli, Baba is telling in the blessing today, today means 19th Feb, Sakar Murli Baba is saying become a Vishesh Atma, a special soul, by applying the power of Parakna, power to discern. So Baba is saying first is consider yourself in every thought and every action and every deed that you are a special soul. And second, each one else also is special, not me, because if I feel I am special, then it gives me ego. But secondly, constantly see the specialities in each and every soul. So just Gun Murat Bano and Gun Dekhte Chalo. So just constantly keep doing that. Constantly feel that each soul is a special soul. And together with this, have the feeling of making souls special and have good and benevolent wishes for them. Constantly pay attention to one thing, and that is never allow yourself to imbibe any defect or weakness that other souls are making effort to renounce. It reminds me of our dear Mama here. What was the word? The Urdu word lekin. In Sindhi, kin means dirt, and lena in Hindi means to take dirt. So Mama used to say, souls used to come, sisters used to come towards her and tell her stories. Mama, this, I did this, lekin. So Mama used to say, why do you use this word lekin? In Hindi, it is, in English, we say but, but, but in Hindi, Mama used to say, when you say lekin, any word which has but in it, it's a doubtful word, it's not a complete word. And also, Mama used to say that you have given me a big complaint, you're a big complaint box. You have told me everything about that soul, so on and so forth. And Mama used to tell them very deeply that that soul herself or himself knows that he or she has this weakness. And you, when are telling this to me, when you're mentioning this to me, you're just taking dirt. That soul wants to get rid of that negative quality of hers. and you pick up that dirt and you're telling it to me. So, how good is that? That's what Baba is saying here, that never allow yourself to imbibe any defect or weakness which the other soul is trying to renounce. It is not a sign of godly royalty to pick up something someone has thrown away. That's so derogatory, isn't it? Even something beautiful that someone has thrown away would not be picked up by a royal soul. And anything that has been thrown away would be dirty. So, therefore, to imbibe it, even in your thoughts, is a great sin. So, pay attention to this aspect. Keep your eyes constantly closed to the defects or weaknesses of others. Neither imbibe them nor speak of them. Since the devotees sing praise of your images, since they even praise each and every physical organ of yours, they say that Hare Karam ki puja hoti hai. So you too, in the path of devotion, so you too should sing praise of the living form of one another and speak of each one's specialities. Exchange flowers of love and cooperation with one another. Sneha Sayog ke phool, according to Baba. In every task, extend your hand of Hanji, that is, yes, indeed, or you first, pehle aap. Light, okay, light in front of every special soul and incense stick of a spiritual attitude and spiritual vibrations. So Baba is saying, light and agarbatti and incense stick of two things, Ruhani Drishti and, Ruhani Vritti and Ruhani vibrations. Baba says your vritti se vibration hota hai, your attitude leads to vibrations in the atmosphere which you don't know, which you don't realize. So constantly offer whosoever comes in front of you a variety of bhog, a gift from your treasures. And yesterday also Baba said, what gift do you want to give on the new year to me? And the gift was the alokya gift of having good wishes and benevolent feelings for everyone. And now put this spiritual system into practice now. This system will continue on the path of bhakti later. So, do you understand what you have to do this year? Today, Baba told you of self transformation, and later, Baba will tell you what you need to do on the field of service. Acha. So, now finally, we take Baba's Yad Pyar, that's remembrance and love. And it's just 3 lines today, but usually Baba summarizes everything at the end of what he's told us right from the beginning. So, to the perfect idols who have the original sanskars of royalty, to the souls who have constantly the 3 things, the tilak, the crown, and the throne, so Taj, Tilak, and Takht, and to the souls who constantly experience the instant fruit of every act, Babdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So we'll stop sharing this, and tomorrow we'll see what Babdada has to say to the different groups in front of him. And now we'll take a minute of silence and reflect and then start sharing. Thank you. You can start sharing.
Shanti. So, Baba says about the time that it's a very short time that remains to accumulate so much, for 100,000 fold we can accumulate. And so the reward is, the reward that we get in return is not just for one birth, it's for birth after birth. So there is the condition applied here is Baba said two things to remember. One is to consider yourself to be soul and then perform every action. And then second is see the specialities in every one, not see the difference. So continuing this practice, we can accumulate so much for birth after birth in this short time. Om Shanti.
So my takeaway point is attitude and benevolent feelings for whom, for all. वृत्ति से वाइब्रेशंस होता है.
Om Shanti Prada. The journey, like when Baba comes and touches me, Baba makes me belong to him, and Baba really tries to every day give us the dose that you are my child, you are everything, you are Master Almighty Authority. And the long line of Swaman he gives, we also know that. We also try to, what we say, bring it to our smriti. And even you can say during meditation, we also say that I am a special soul. I have got all the right. But what happens in between, like Baba started with, you promise something, but you're not able to fulfill. You have a birthright, but you forget your birthright. Instead of realizing it, you ask for it. As he also says, I come and I give you the crown, I give you the tilak, I give you the throne, but you don't make use of it. So, what is the, brother? I just want to know what's this kind of smriti and vismriti? Is it a game or like that? Or what is that fossil? What is a moss? A moss within my soul which doesn't make me get that spiritual intoxication. I know all this is mine, I know all this is that, but what happens to that? Not intoxication. Intoxication even means it's something temporary. What should I do that I really nail it down in my soul? What all Baba has said about birthright and all. Could you just say what is that thing? Because this is what happens. We are not able to firmly put that birthright thing. If we could do, I think it would be a different. Could you just share what is that we lack in Om Shanti?
Well, I think this question is $1 million question because everyone is so number wise. All of us are very Gyani souls. We have all the knowledge, but how much we implement and become the third subject, that is Dharana Swarup, becoming embodiment of everything. It all depends on my second subject, how powerful it is, yoga. And we are very kacha in yoga. Again, we are number wise. There are no shortcuts. I must say, we have to just keep doing it, and keep doing it. Because unless, and that's what Baba says, you have to have bahut kal ka abhyas, that study, the effort of ours has to go on for quite a bit of time. It has to happen. We have to keep doing it. And I'm not saying you're complaining, but there is no scope of complaints in this. We just have to become complete. And each to his own, we have to find out time in our schedule. What is, and everyone's part is so unique. Each one of us has their own test papers. The papers for me are completely different from the papers each one of you has, because my field of my karam kshetra, the field where I work, either at workplace or home, is different for each one of us. So I'll have different papers, you'll have different. So we just have to sort of find out a routine for us as a spiritual routine. I'm not saying that create a chart or make a chart. Fine, that's good enough if someone can make it, but I need to decide what are my test papers, where is it I'm defaulting all the time, again and again, and I have to do this effort. I think yesterday's Murli, I was somewhere I was reading this. Baba says that, yeah, it is today's Sakar Murli actually. Yeah, I remember. I think this answer, what to answer your question, it's the question and answer of today's Sakar Murli, that as a perfect student, as a perfect effort maker, what is the nishani? What is that point which will make me that? And today Baba uses the word subtle study. So a perfect effort maker or a student is one who can do this subtle study. And this subtle study, Baba mentions quite a few points. Look at yourself, sit with yourself, look at your weaknesses. Baba, what is it that still I am not able to achieve this? What is that one thing which I am lacking? And if from every Murli, the Sakar Murli daily, if we pick up on that one thing which is still a deficiency or a weakness in me, if I can pick up on that one thing and work on that very day, on that weakness, then I think this way I can get rid of my weaknesses gradually on a daily basis. So I think this subtle study, which I know, I may pretend to do a very good class in front of you, but I know inside how much is my weakness. And I very well know that people say that the people around you have remote control. They know what buttons to put on. But Baba says that take the remote control to yourself. Each one of us knows what are those things, the remote control buttons which make me upset, which make my stage go haywire here and there. So this, I feel the answer to this question which was asked by you is there in today's Sakar Murli question answer. And the entire Murli is about have this subtle study, look at yourself, keep looking, keep working. And I must say, that's what even Mama and Baba constantly did. So it's just like we need to keep doing it, keep doing it. There are no shortcuts. Okay, hope that answers your question.
Yeah, what you said, it's there, because sometimes what I find, I make myself a little ritualistic. like, am I following the disciplines and am I following it? Then I later found out, such rituals are just like, as you said, it's not like just writing a chart or something. Take, for example, a day back or something, even though I know this Amrit Vela is such a important thing and how Baba underlines it. The body at times is so tired and all, the mind, it's there, I have to get up. Somewhere, say a little bit of 15-20 minutes goes off. Then I just get up and say, Baba, 15-20 minutes you have been waiting. Does that mean I've wasted? You said even 1 second gone is all. And now I've stopped even that. I said, no. If I keep thinking about those ritualistic kind of thing, no. Let me, as you said, to deep it down. See, we have love for Baba. We have love for the knowledge. We have love everything. But I don't know, somewhere, see, somebody tells me I'm so and so's child. I very rightly put that surname behind my name and I rightly follow so. But why can't I really take his surname behind me as a right? That's, a kind of, as you said, let me see, even in the Murli. It's a kind of thing. Otherwise, other things which Baba said in the Murli when I like. But are we so think that what others throw away, those defects we take? Okay, we take imbibed defects. But Baba is saying the other defects, like if you remember some time back in the other Murli, I think it was 14/12/78 Murli, where Baba said, those people have temporary beliefs, they believe in something, and they are coming in front of the world and saying, this is true, this is true. But I have given you the absolute truth. Why can't you flaunt it? So those people, whatever thing they are throwing, am I picking it away? I was just relating. Is it like that, brother, that we BKs, I mean Baba's children, imbibe defect even what others renounce? I think that was an extreme kind of thing which was mentioned. Does it really happen?
Yes, it does happen. I'll give you an example. When Baba is saying the supreme authority is saying it is happening. I'll give you an example of Dadi Janki, and then you'll come to know that how that happens. Because we feel, oh, how did I really take it in when I'm just mentioning it? The very fact we are mentioning it's already come into me. So I'll give you the story, Dadi Janki's. I'm aware of the time as well. It's 5:39. So we'll take this as the last question and sharing, and then we'll go in meditation. So once Dadi Janki, she always meets teachers, everyone, BKs, non-BKs. So there was a teacher who came in front of her and told her, Dadi, such and such thing has happened with me at the center. So and so sister is doing this, 1, 2, 3, 4 points, all whatever things are happening with her. So in Hindi we say dukhda rona. So she sort of just was trying to spill out everything in front of Dadi. And Dadi was very kind enough. Dadi was very strict. We all of us know that. But at such points, Dadi never used to show her strictness. So she was very patiently listening to what she was saying about that other sister, XYZ. And then all the time, Dadi was giving her drishti, very powerful drishti. And then once the sister finished, Dadi gave her an apple and just told her one thing. Apple, I mean to say, they always give you some toli, some fruit. That's the way. It's the palna happens at BK, sustenance. Anyone who comes in front of you should never go empty-handed. It doesn't mean some physical things like apple, but even giving drishti to someone is you're really empowering that soul. So Dadi told her very gently, I don't know, sister, that how that soul whom you are mentioning about is, that sister, how she is, but I can definitely say that you are like that. Which means it was a big shock for that sister. She took the apple and she went off. So I'll repeat. Dadi told her that when someone, this is, I think this event was related by Sister Gopi once said, Sister Gopi used to always sit with Dadi Janki and translate. She was the official translator all the time, along with Sister Jayanti. So Gopi Bahan said that, Dadi, you told her that, and Dadi explained her that when someone is telling you someone's weaknesses, so much, all the weaknesses, doesn't Dadi know that how she or she, that soul is? But if I am constantly just looking at their weaknesses from today's Murli, I am seeing in it, which means I have held on to that, whatever vice or whatever I have seen Avgun, the shortcoming, weakness, I have kept it in my thoughts. And the moment I see that soul again and again, that thought will tick off, and I'm actually becoming an embodiment of weaknesses rather than becoming an embodiment of virtues. That's one thing. And second, Sister Gopi asked, Dadi, she was telling you so many things. What were you doing that time when she was telling you? You were giving her drishti. So Dadi said, Are pagli. In Hindi, we say pagli very fondly with lot of love. That Dadi wasn't even listening to what she was saying, because she came to me with a problem. She needs a solution. And who will give the solution? Not I. Baba will give the solution. So Dadi was in Baba's yard, not that trying to ignore what she's saying, no. But Dadi was with Baba. And I was telling Baba, Baba, you give her whatever this soul wants. And this is what Dadi says, that I was not even listening to what she was saying. So I think this is a very learning point for us, that yes, whenever we look at anyone's weakness, it creates a thought inside us that, oh, this one is so on and so forth is having this weakness, and that sticks on to me. And the moment I next time see that soul, that file will open inside. When I say file, means inside our memory circuits in the brain, the physical brain. There are many, countless files, because our brain is like a computer, and a human computer, which is very powerful. So the moment I see that soul, that negative kicks off inside. That file opens of negativity and that weakness. So let me open the files of good things, of positivity inside. So therefore, let me not even pick on those people, pick on the weaknesses of those people. Right. So I hope this answers the question. And
Thank you, brother.
yeah, thanks. Shanti. So we have a couple of minutes, or you all want to go into meditation? So I think if no one wants to share, let me share some music, and we'll see what thoughts you get when I'm playing this music. So let's sit back and try to reflect on this one aspect of today's Murli. The first point, I look at myself that I am a very special soul indeed. A soul full of virtues and powers, which are an inbuilt part of my system, which I never knew before. And immense gratitude to Baba for letting me know my specialities. Thank you, Baba, for making me realize my true inner potential. And in what way can I thank you and be grateful? There's no other way, except that I become an embodiment of that. an embodiment of every virtue, every power which Baba has given me. And that's the least I can do in return for Baba. And the second thing in the Murli, as Baba said, not to look at others' weaknesses and defects. Each one of us is on a journey. And I don't know the soul who is in contact and in relationship with me. What is the past history, the past births of that soul? What are the karmic accounts of that soul? So let me apply this principle as Baba said, whatever happens in life, देखते हुए नहीं देखना. Though I'm seeing it, but I'm not getting influenced by it. That soul is playing its part. Whether right or wrong, let me not be judgmental towards that. Let me not stain my inner purity, the inner consciousness, with any such stain of someone's weakness or defect. And on the contrary, as Baba said today as well, let me go one step further. And have this pure good wishes and benevolent feelings for that soul as well. And this automatically changes my perception, vision, attitude towards that soul. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a wonderful day.